Hey, Davenport artists, are you ready for our first big project? I know I am excited to see your work. The in-person kiddos just finished their sketchbook cover, and I would like us to get caught up while they are learning value. That will be your next thing that you're learning. You're going to learn some how to use value to create form. For my drawing two and painting, we will still be refreshing our skills on value. We'll still be applying it to use form, and we will be working with realistic drawing and painting skills. All right, guys. So I'm going to run y'all through the examples for the symbolic sketchbook cover, and I will also upload the slide into your Echo assignment so you can view the slide as well if you want any of the examples. Okay? All right. So first off, for grading, Art 1, y'all are going to be graded this way. So anytime we do a project, I'm going to give y'all the rubric. We will separate the knowledge and skills out, and then usually you'll have agency. There's going to be written portions eventually, etc. So for this project, for Art 1, you will have your 5 Zentangle patterns at 25 points. Each pattern you're missing, you will lose 5 points. For the personal symbols, you will need to show me 5 personal symbols. Again, this is for Art 1. Again, that's 25 points total. For each assignment you're missing, or for each symbol you're missing, that will be minus 5 points. For skills, I need to see your quality line designs, like you practice for your Zentangle. If you are rushing it, if they look messy, if they do not look complete, you will lose points for that. You can get a total of up to 10 points for quality line. For I need to see overlapping. That's where one object appears to be in front of another object. I don't need to see it overlapping for the whole thing, but I do need to see at least one element where it's overlapped. Again, that's one picture in front of the other. That's going to be 10 points. For filling your space, again, we're using the entire paper to make sure we fill the space. That's going to be 10 points. Now, for in-class kiddos, they get graded on their effective use of class time. That's utilizing all of the time that they have in class to work on this project, and they get so many points per day. For y'all, when we start the final project, again, we're just turning in the sketch first. I will give y'all an assigned deadline date. I need you to work on the project for the assigned deadline date. So you will work on it every day until the day it is needing to be turned in. These major grades are not something that you rush through and you turn in the day they're assigned. I need you to work slowly on them, improve them, level up your skills. You can contact me during our Tuesday, Thursday meetings and say, Miss Martinez, I really like what I'm doing here, but I'm not liking this, or I want to be able to do this part here and I don't know how to do it. That's what I'm going to start helping you with on the computer on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? Also, 10 points of your grade will be for a quality photograph. I will post a video on how to take your quality photographs before the project is due. That way we can go over it and you know how to take a quality photograph at home, okay? Now, I will go over the drawing and painting rubrics in another video. All right, so for my Art 1 kiddos, when we are creating our sketchbook covers, again, I need to see your 5 Zentangle patterns and 5 symbols. Now, these are examples from my 8th grade class last year. So my expectations are set very high for high school students. For my Art 1 class, I have sophomores, freshmen, and juniors. So again, these are 8th graders, and I expect great results from y'all as well. Now, some of these are front and back covers, so you may not see all 5 symbols. Y'all's assignment is a little different because your sketchbook size is larger, okay? Now, as you can see on the skull on the left-hand side, they have added color pencil. In your kits you can pick up soon, you will have some colored pencil in there. You can add them to your design, but that is not part of your grade. You can add it if you like for emphasis, but it is not a requirement. So if you really like the black and white look, then you can keep that on there. Now, the examples I'm showing you are all on brown paper. However, for y'all this year, I gave you the option to do brown paper or white paper, and you will find that inside your art kit when you're ready for your final project. Right now, we're just going to be doing the sketch. Okay. Here's another great one. 5 symbols, 5 Zentangle patterns. And I'm going to go through these and point out some sections on them, but you will get to see these in the slideshow attached to your Echo assignment, okay? Now, the one on the right-hand side I really like because it has the dark, thick lines and a really good balance. So how much ever she put for the dark, she put for the light, and then she added the color for emphasis. This one I love, even though all the lines are thinner. He ended up coloring the water, but it looks great just with the black and white. He utilized his zodiac sign. So again, I know a lot of y'all used your zodiac sign for your symbolism worksheet. These are from another high school. So these are high school kids. They're freshmen. And you can see Zentangle patterns can also be words. So I really like the words used behind this tiger element here. Now this one's very basic. It's very fun. It's got the Zentangle patterns and symbols in here. This one has the emphasis of color pencil. Again with color pencil. And then they used much larger symbols and more Zentangle patterns. This one's really neat too. It's got all of the little tiny patterns in it. This one's very busy but fun. And, you know, this is your sketchbook cover. So if you love music, if you love drawing a specific thing, I would love to see it in your sketchbook cover. This one's a great example of utilizing one main element for your symbol and then incorporating the other symbols inside of it. So you can see the firefighter logo behind the feather headdress, and then you can see the bear paw on the headdress as well. And then feathers would be one of their symbols also. So you can see all the symbols popping up through here. Now, this is one of my 8th graders, and I love how detailed she went and how she used the pattern to make her symbols, and also how she balanced her front and back cover. And I'm going to go over this for drawing 2 and painting more. All right, guys, so now we're ready to go over how to make our sketch. Okay, so when we are making our sketch, we're going to take our 5 symbols. I have the Capricorn symbol, the yoga Om symbol, waves for water and swimming. I have the everlasting Celtic knot, and a pencil for art. Now, when I'm starting my project, you don't have to use the whole paper to make your sketch. You can draw small boxes, which I'll demonstrate in a little bit, but I'm going to show y'all different ways to make your sketch. Now, also, I'm doing my sketch vertically because that's how your book is going to open from the right side. However, you can decide to do it horizontally. Now, what I'm doing is I'm mapping out where I want my symbols. So I want my Capricorn in the big circle in the center, and I want my Om symbol on the bottom right. Also, I know it's very light because I'm drawing with pencil, but since I'm sketching here, that's a good reminder that when you are sketching out, or even when you're drawing, you do not want to draw very dark for your objects because it's harder to erase, okay? Now, the Capricorn symbol is a sea goat, so it's kind of fun. It's a goat with a mermaid tail, and I love using it for symbolisms for myself. So again, as I'm drawing it in here, I'm just kind of lightly sketching, and if I don't like something, I can change it. Remember that with the nameplates, we learned how to do the skeleton for our letters, and then we filled them out. So with the placement of the legs and hooves, I did simple lines, and then I come around and make the edges around for my leg thickness, okay? So I always start with a very simple line. We build from line to shape to form, or to value to form, okay? So right now we're just getting our line, and our lines are creating our shapes. Now for the ohm symbol, I'm going to go with one version I found, which was kind of a fancier ohm. And I'm just going to kind of place it in there, again, using my little skeleton system. And then I wanted to show overlapping. So I want to put the top of the ohm symbol on top of my Capricorn symbol. So now, just like the nameplate, I'm going through and I'm making the letter thicker, and then I'll take my eraser later. But right now, again, I'm just kind of planning the sketch. And then to make something appear to be overlapping, I would erase any lines the Capricorn shows in the ohm symbol. Another cool thing to do for overlapping is, again, anytime you put something on the top, and you can make it appear to be on top by not having the lines inside. So I'm darkening the middle circle to make it look like it's woven through the Celtic knot portion. And again, this one's on top. And then I'm going to go through. And then the back one is underneath. So I extend that one out just a little bit further. And when I draw the other side of the knot around the circle, you'll see that it looks like it's behind it. And you only need to show at least one thing overlapping for your grade, but if you want to show more, then please do so. Then I want to start putting my Zentangle pattern on. So I need 5. So the easiest thing to do is to break up your composition into 5 sections. So I'm just going to take some lines, and I want the Celtic knot, to be empty. So now I have 2 sections. Now I have 3 sections. And then I want to break one up here, but I'm going to follow the curve. So now I have 4 sections. And then the last one, I'm going to bring it through the curve and underneath my ohm symbol and underneath my pencil. So now I have 5 sections. Then I would put a different pattern in each section. So say I want to start, since I have a lot of curves, I want to do something straight on the right-hand side. Now, a trick to make straight lines, again, is to move your whole arm. So notice how I get my pencil where I need it to be. And then instead of just moving my hand, I'm moving my whole arm back. And that's going to give you the nice straight lines. You'll also notice that I'm picking up my pencil when I touch a shape. So that way it looks like, again, the pattern is behind the image. So I'm making my diagonal lines, and then this pattern has diagonal lines that go the other way. So once I finish that, I'm going to just flip it. Now, one other thing I want to point out is that I rotate my paper a lot. So remember, guys, when y'all are drawing, you do not have to keep your paper the same way. Actually, as we get more advanced in drawing, there are some assignments where I have you draw upside down, because it's not about what you make, it's about how it comes together in the composition. All right? So once you have these done, this is just the sketch. You can draw your sketch larger on a full sheet of paper, or you can draw your sketch smaller as well. So if you want to draw it smaller, what you would do is you would draw your 2 composition boxes. So I call these composition boxes. So now here, maybe I want to put my Capricorn logo towards the bottom and my ohm logo above that. So see how I'm kind of putting placeholders here to plan my design, and then I would go through and add my detail. And then I want my Celtic knot really big on that one. So that's one composition and another. So you can draw them small for your sketching, or you can draw them large, okay? All right, guys. So I cannot wait to see your sketches. I will go over everything with you all tomorrow. Please make sure you get onto the Google Meets and always double check your echo. All right, guys. Have a good one.